Wardle is a British abductee, abducted at RAF Cosford once again, underlining the strong connection between British military services and non-humans, or do we call them aliens. Now living in Las Vegas and working as a casino surveillance technician, Ray spent a great deal of his time in the high desert. So, we include some of his video in a credit to this great researcher. When I again met Wardle in the 3rd International UFO Congress in November 1993, events would have turned very much for the worse. My hotel room had been set up, which we were to find out when we interviewed Ray Wardle after he was interrogated after the EBE Awards. So, this case brings us full circle from alien abduction at RAF Cosford to Las Vegas and the Nevada high desert bases, and to the world of British spies in Belfast, Northern Ireland. With disturbing scenes and strong language, let's take a drive through nighttime Las Vegas.
Go past the Mirage and you'll see the volcano erupting every half hour or hour or whatever it is. Whatever, right? Over the fact that I knew where to go to videotape sources or to see them. Because I did know where they were, wasn't consciously aware of it. And at first I was thinking about it, I thought, nah. But something happened about 3 weeks ago, which I did. Brad can tell you. He said to me, boy, he said, have you ever read a book called The Watchers? I said, no. So he said, I've got it at home, I'll bring it. Because what I described was exactly from The Watchers, right? Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't, see? Now, what I did was, listen, I was looking at the cats because I was looking for something in the cupboards, couldn't find it. The cat went up, right, listen, and knocked it with its nose and knocked it out the cupboard. And I thought, nah, you know, it was coincidence. And to be honest, I was a little high, actually. So that's why I didn't take too much notice. And then I sort of sobered myself up a bit and I thought, let me have a go here with a couple of other things. Do you know something? The cat went and did exactly what I thought. I did it in pictures, okay? Not listening, are you?
I am. To every word.
And the cat went to everything which I thought of, and it was incredible. So, I then, Mona was there, and I said to Mona, you know, I just thought of something, maybe the cat can communicate with me. So I let my mind go blank, and I tell you something, it was like tripping. I see these little things dancing, like there's a lot of green in it for a start off, and I was a little bit frightened to let go, to be honest with you, because it was like, whoa. It was like a hallucination type thing, and there was all these little people doing these little silly jigs and dances, you know, like, my best way of describing it would be like little leprechauns, yeah? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
It was the Dunes, look. There's the other tower still there, of course. Right? And Mona got angry. And I was talking, I was going, why does it upset you? Now listen to this. Whatever the thought was coming into my head told me to write it down, Miles. I've got the writing, it's not my handwriting either.
Yeah. What do you mean it's not your handwriting?
Well, I'm just telling you. It's because Mona weren't going to accept what was coming from it. She thought it was me, and it wasn't. I had no control over it. I was standing back watching, but I was speaking in my voice, all right?
So when did all this happen?
About 3 weeks ago. And so it said, write it down. So I got a piece of paper, and I put down, I'll tell you exactly what it says. Thought is just the index. Right, make of that what you want. And then I started writing. And then I could remember being worried about, because I wasn't looking at the paper, by the way. No, I wasn't looking at the paper. And I was bothered about what, the writing can't be joined, right? And it says on there, and don't even worry, it says, don't worry about the handwriting, yours is a lot worse.
Yeah, they do have a sense of humour.
This was funny. Yeah, it made me laugh. I did have a sense of humour all the time.
Yeah, it's good. It's good when it has a sense of humour because then you're dealing with something good then.
And anyway, I can show you the paper. It's at home. My wife got absolutely hot. And shall I tell you what? Her face changed. My wife's face changed. Not physically, but...
Her expression?
Yes. Like all of a sudden the eyes got dark. All dark, like black eyes.
What you're saying about how they...
Yeah. and it was like she was like spitting. That's the impression I got. I was like, fuck, you know. And the thing said, listen, I'm going now, but I'm coming back. And it was a thought. It was thought to you.
What did it say?
Why do you feel that I'm a threat to you? The truth is the truth and can't be changed. Well, that wasn't the words it said. The threat to you, yes, but it was more or less saying the truth is the truth. All right?
Yeah.
Why is the truth a threat to you as well? And she got like vicious.
Do I?
Oh, shoot! Oh, yeah, she can, man.
So is she
can go
possessed by
flip-flop.
something, or?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering now. It certainly got her hissing and spitting like a fucking serpent.
Why do you say serpent? Is that just for dramatic effect?
Well, it was for, yeah. No, but that's the... that's how I saw it. That's all I can tell you. And through my eye, it all started, as I said, when I was looking for something in the cupboard, and the cat went and got it for me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, cat can't fucking read.
Yeah, but the cat knew what was going on.
Yes, exactly. And then, with them, I had to think in pictures. And then it thought back to me. I think it was the cat, I don't know, maybe it wasn't.
Some of these models that are out there, we find that, you know, there's just really...
Well, I can see the wife's working hard, but I mean, what's Ray doing?
Coffee together.
There's nobody shy about you.
Shy?
You're not as shy as a herd of buffalo, Ray. Stampeding, my dad.
Shortly before meeting Ray, he was shot at while on one of his usual desert watches. This is Ray's own video of the event.
Or just come up from under the knife.
You're on drugs.
They can't chase us off at this particular spot.
I think we should mosey on down to the alien and come back when it's darker.
The alien. The alien.
Well, here we are, folks, in the middle of the Nevada desert. Marsham anywhere. We're looking for UFOs. There's nothing yet, but the night is young, and we could get some yet. How about that?
Set up. Hey, give me the camera. You can walk in front.
Jumping choice. What?
They saw a red light, so I went down there to see if there was a red light.
That's Ray's laser.
That's what I think it was. Yeah.
We thought you were going to bring them all down on you.
I had a real panic in the truck.
What's that?
You drive down the mailbox road?
Yeah. Why? Somebody said there was a light down there.
You were damn lucky, I'll tell you that much.
We had some
That is
action.
good. Yeah, I thought, oh, you lucky no flashing lights come down. M16, I mean it. Did you come across the sign? Which said don't go any further or else?
Probably didn't go down far enough.
No, maybe not. I thought you kept going. They said, go on after him and stop it. He's on his own.
I'm sure you.
How far down that road did you go?
Cold beer and UFO yards still flow at the Haley Inn in Rachel, Nevada. Bug-eyed trees adorn the wall. Letting the curious know they've come to the Travises have welcomed UFO hunters from just about everywhere, and many of them still see exactly what they came to see.
You know, people that write the stories wouldn't recognize them, like Ken and Barbie deliver them on the 6 o'clock.
It's like soap operas, isn't it? It's like soap opera music.
Absolutely.
If they were acting very well. They sure seemed... Are you talking about the home video of the...
I didn't see that. I didn't stay.
Oh!
1st of December, 1993.
Keep saying it's so big on the inside. You walk on the inside, and it's the world's largest.
It's like, what are you looking at?
See the license point?
Whacking up.
Is that one red?
Or he's got... Is it? I don't know. What the headlights?
He's just making us round.
The headlights.
He's just making us round.
He's gone left. Look at that. Right. It's the sheriff. Didn't bother us about he was checking us out.
Well, Ray, what happened there?
There's somebody else up there too, you know. There's another car that was heading this way and it turned its lights off. It must have stopped.
What's going to happen to the sign? So at least you can photograph the sign.
You got it?
Where's it at?
Yeah, the scanner's going off too.
Well, you know, I thought I saw a light. I had my eyes closed, but
It's orange. Just on the ridge. It won't come up very high. There it is. There it is.
Where's right?
Yeah.
Where at? Which direction are you looking at?
That'll pick it up, Miles, even if you don't see it through the viewfinder.
It's not moving very much, but it's in
Well, it won't. It'll hover. That's exactly what it does. It'll just hover there. See it? Now it's quite clear. There it goes.
Okay, I see it.
There it goes.
Okay, I see it.
Where the hell is it?
You got it?
Just right on the ridge, right on the edge of the ridge. It's gone.
You got it?
Gone. Yeah, but it's behind the ridge now.
That's all right. It'll come back up. It's not coming in. It's going out. So all right. But it might start. It might go fast and hurtle. And
As these faint images show, there's some kind of disc just below the ridge of the mountains. Immediately we stopped videotaping, that disc vertically rose up and from a dead stop instantly shot off at incredible speed. If we'd been able to keep taping for just a couple of seconds, we would have got those pictures. No thanks to Mr. Bailey.
It's not a matter of me liking. I don't.
It's for the...
I'm coming out and bringing. If people are paid to see.
I'll drive the fucking van back and leave you here.
No, I doubt it.
You a bear?
All right, here's another good one for you, Mr. Carpenter. Hypnosis is one tool.
given to him.
Oh, yes, and in fact, some of the only things people remember are the little last remnants of an abduction experience. Like you suggest there, no lost time. Some people recall that they're being told now you can come upon that. The interesting thing you reported was the physiological detail, that the sleeping bag was cold. Certainly if he had been in it all that time, there would not be that sensation of a suddenly cold sleeping bag from the inside. Exactly. How did he know he had missing time?
He didn't, other than the fact that the sleeping bag was cold and that was in his mind, no lost time. That our brains actually record every detail that our eyes take in, and that this can be recalled under hypnosis, or is that a myth?
Well, it is true. You've heard of people with photographic memory.
Yes.
They can do that. I've been lucky to have a case or two that had photographic memory. That was a real delight to work with. It was real obvious that they could go into great detail and remember much more than a lot of people could. And still you didn't find contradictions or great differences in the data, even with that. Improve it or add a few little things, but what I'm saying is we'd still probably get the basic idea correct. And all that makes you wonder whether there's some sense of survival for us or them or both. I think people's reactions to all of this reflect more of their personality.
That won't pick it up.
What the hell are you talking about?
The camera won't pick it up. The mic on that won't pick it up. That's what you're thinking.
What's happened?
You didn't hear it?
No.
I thought you heard that. It was boom, deep. It's deep underground booming. You couldn't hear that. Anyone could hear that.
That's your stomach.
Yeah, right.
What underground booming?
Booming that just went and you missed it. It's all that hair around you. That's the problem. You can't hear through it.
Something of another world. As George most interestingly reported...
Little did we know this was to be the start of a very long day, which culminated in his overnight interrogation at the Showboat Hotel, and then his subsequent interview in my hotel room, which we later found was being swept with ultrasonic bugs, which affected the camera's audio, and I also had 6 greys awaiting as an unhappy surprise.
How many innocent possibilities
that whole area there is test site.
are there, do you suppose, with respect to their organization? In other words,
and you'll see a silo come up out of there every so often. Mate, sometimes go a year without seeing it. It's never up for more than 9 minutes. People deny that there's one there, and I've got it on camera, so I mean,
well, that's a difficult question to answer.
I know.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what everybody wants to know, because I don't think there's any sure way I can answer that either way.
So you're saying that there's an underground base around here?
Probably.
There's underground tunnels.
Probably not.
Go from here all the way to New Jersey.
I just don't really have a good answer.
RCA,
You had quite a bit to do, did you not, with putting together some
ITT,
questions
sure.
For the group report that...
Definitely from here to Los Alamos is underground tunnel.
Yeah, a friend of mine says they're building a 3,000-foot elevator in a place near Los Alamos.
Dr. John Mack.
It's a 3,000-foot elevator in the base of a mountain going nowhere.
Mercury goes down something like 6 levels.
I wasn't into much in on the
3,000 to 4,000 feet.
Because I'm much
Most
writing
deep down
commentary
here are what they call clean nukes,
and also
where they blast out the rock and go in 4 hours later. There's no radiation.
Psychiatrists and psychologists.
Well, Carpenter is my guess. The program is Area 2000 from Las Vegas. I'm Art Bell, and there's more in a moment.
Is that what the neutron bombs were designed for?
No, they killed people and left the buildings.
Jackie.
You see that hill there? It's called Lone Mountain. There.
The small hill?
Yes, or a small mountain is Lone Mountain.
That one there?
No,
looks
there
like
on its own.
Yeah.
There used to be a load of those around, and that's where they dug out the bases and the tunnels back in the 50s with those big boring machines from the Rand Corporation. But when they removed a load of those to do construction further down towards town, they only dug them at night, put tarpaulins over them in the daytime for whatever reason. So you know they're hiding something. Like molehills.
Well, that's certainly a clue to something happening. If you're going to dig a tunnel, you would naturally assume there'd be dirt coming out of it.
Yeah, well, not nowadays, because as I say, they melt it somehow or other. There, look, if you look over, there's Vegas.
This is the beginning of a long and new day as the dawn awakes over Las Vegas. In this interview, we use 4 filters from the Oldfield computer analysis, which allows you to see the biofield around an individual. And on this particular occasion, it indicates that there is another biofield with Wardle. We begin with the festivities of the International UFO Congress EBE Awards, and then we go to an interview which is traumatic and disturbing.
Yes, this lady, she's got a wonderful scriptwriter. Me, I'm going to be her scriptwriter from now on. I'm going to duplicate all Benny material, all Benny Hill's materials, make it into a female script.
Sexual harassment if we're working together.
As these pictures were taken, Wardle had already just left the table for what was to be a traumatic night's interrogation. As the EBE Awards were being handed out with much celebration and happiness, we had a major situation unfolding in a room somewhere in the hotel. We now join Ray Wardle the morning after. This terrible noise on the audio changes in direct relation to the meaning of the question and actually obscures some answers. So we have used subtitles to make things clearer. The camera's autofocus keeps focusing on other things invisible to the human eye just beside Wardle. What we did not know at the time was that the hotel room was being swept with some form of ultrasonic noise, which was demodulated by the camera's electronics but inaudible to the human ear. The Oldfield lab in Wales also concurred independently that this was a very dangerous situation for me personally, and that it was a setup. Indeed, I had been set up for a trap involving various persons in the UK UFO scene.
And is home to the PBA and other nationally televised tournaments. The newly remodeled center features automatic scoring, a complete pro shop.
And now we release the full Ray Wardle interview, complete with the PIP computer analysis, which is designed to show what is not visible to most people's eyes, but is visible to higher perceivers. I began by asking Wardle what was going on. You need to watch the energy changes around Wardle on the back wall, which is a clear, blank, white wall.
I left you on the tables. I took my camera back. And he was dead. They thought I was MJ-12. I heard somebody at the table say that there was somebody upstairs who was from MJ-12. And you had gone back. They thought that was me. I don't know. I told them it doesn't exist. MJ-12 doesn't exist. Someone who took you to the hotel? Eddie. Giles. Yeah. Who's Giles? Charles Hamilton. Did she have short crop red hair? There when I was a boy. What do you mean it's a transformation? I don't know. I don't have a government influence. Who said you don't have a government influence? Find it.
Do you know what time it is now?
It's Sunday, because I called David and asked him.
Is David coming over here?
No, I wanted to go over there, but I know I didn't work my way there, so I told him I just couldn't work my way there.
Have you been sleeping all night?
I woke up, they were knocking on the door, it was a maid.
Which hotel room is this?
1402.
1402, that would be virtually the top floor.
Yeah, it was high up. It was writing.
When did you meet Wendell Stevens? He seemed to be helping you.
I just saw him just before you come online. He was on the phone talking to David. I don't know what was going on. What's this? What's a paradigm? What is that?
Paradigm shifts, back views, past life, paranormal, UFO reality, Birmingham, Beeham, regression, early years, Alan, spin healing, past life channels, paradigm shifts, what's that? DIGM or
Paradigm.
You know who that signature is then? N reverse E 9-1. It's a sigma sign now. That's a sigma sign, the Greek. It's a mathematical symbol or a Greek symbol. I don't know. That's yours?
Well, so what am I going to do?
We have to establish whether something's happened to you which is hostile to you. Are you aware of anything hostile happening? You didn't have anything to drink last night?
No. I had coffee at your table.
Yes. You were taken or left when I left. I left to get my camera. When I came back, you had gone.
Is my wife like that? She wanted to know him, I suppose.
Do you want to phone your wife?
No.
Who took you to the hotel room? I thought you'd gone home. I thought you'd gone home with your friends.
You might be MJ12. You might be who they think is MJ12.
Were you up there with the Irish gentleman with the black hair?
Irish?
Of Irish descent. The guy who was in Vietnam. Eddie. Were you with Eddie? Eddie's a government man. MJ12 you're on. you know you were hypnotized? Eddie hypnotized you.
No, Giles.
Who's Giles?
Giles Hamilton. He's got his phone number. I just spoke to him on the phone. He said, "It's a big misunderstanding."
Who is MJ-12?
Who is it? What is it? Doesn't exist.
Why does it not exist?
I was never formed.
Is that something that they thought that you knew?
It's all I did.
If MJ-12 doesn't exist, what threat does it have?
There is no threat. It doesn't exist.
Is the threat
It's just a figment of someone else's imagination.
But this Eddie, he is part of MJ-12. Eddie is meant to be an alien. Half human, half alien. That is his claim. That's what he said at the lecture.
Maybe he is. He said he knew I was coming. I'm there to divine. I am, I'm not aware of it. I've been programmed. I told them I'm programmed.
When
I said that. I've been programmed.
they can't find the key to your program,
What's going on?
okay, calm down. It's okay.
It's cold here.
It's okay, Ray. It's okay. There's no problem.
Cold here, most.
You will survive. You are okay. Cold will go. Hostile will go. Cold will go away. What are you feeling now?
Very exhausted. No government involved.
Why does it have to be a government implant?
They're the only people who do it.
What do you feel now?
It's something I have to do. I don't know what it is. I will, but I don't now.
What do you know that you have to do?
Pardon?
Are you waiting for somebody to give you a keyword? If they decided that you were not harmful, when did they release you?
Took my photograph. That's just against the wall. Holds my head to the leak. Much like Colin photography, he said. With no bloody war. I told him I don't know. How do I know that? He told me.
When you were young?
She had a blue dress on when she was young. She sat on the grass and she was giggling because they lined up two lines, two rows.
Which two lines?
They were just a little bit of them.
Who are these little people? Were they human?
Not really. Not quite the same as us.
Were they what we call the Greys?
Well, it was funny.
Were they like leprechauns?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. But they were small. They didn't have as much big eyes as they. They were big enough for sense then.
They weren't like the Grey eyes.
Big eyes, they were like more as emptiness.
You're saying they had no pupil?
I shouldn't even smoke cigarettes, you know.
Very bad.
They smoked those. I did this when I was young, you know.
What age are you now?
Old.
What age were you then? Who says that you shouldn't smoke?
Nobody's silly thing to do. Very thirsty.
Do you want some water? You want some water now?
I'll have a beer.
Sure.
Please. I don't really want to go home.
You have to go home. You have to rest. Why do you not want to go home?
I don't like it.
What do you have to do? How many people work a week? Were they all gone?
When I came around, someone called Giles and told me. I asked if that was for me. It's Giles as well. Giles was about me. He said he'd been threatened before. Didn't mean anything, it was a vague threat. They knew I was there.
Who knew you that you were there? Why are you remembering people from your childhood?
I didn't. They took my head.
What is the
But
key?
she was there, and I was sitting by the mulberry tree. Because my mum was born in there. She was
Where is this?
In the Marines Park.
These are pleasant memories. Was this at the RAF base? You saw something?
No, that was the confusion.
What was the confusion? What did you see? Why were you not supposed to see it? Does that make you feel cold?
Oh, it is cold.
Or does the key make you feel cold? The key to something that they won't let you see.
Who wouldn't let me see it?
The people you said.
I can't remember it. All I was just... I can't remember it now.
Why are you transforming?
Because the time's coming.
What time?
I don't know.
The time to transform?
The time's coming. It's just changing. There's a change. It starts with most of us. You know, it starts with some of us.
What change?
We are changing. A physical change.
Are you still asleep?
No, I'm just resting on them. My head feels strange.
Why does it feel strange?
I feel like I was drunk or feel like hang on. I think I had breakfast.
What kind of breakfast?
I managed to go down to the coffee shop. I called you and I left a message and I went to the coffee shop. It was difficult, but I did.
What did you have in the coffee shop?
Coffee.
Have you had a breakfast?
Yeah.
Have you had a proper breakfast?
It's horrible. Too much salt. Bacon and stuff. And then I had to come out of the coffee shop. Get some fresh air. Find my car. It was still where I put it.
You're just resting at the moment. Can you see my hands? Your hands look fine to me.
They do.
Yeah.
They look the same to me. They are changed. It's all here.
What's there?
It's up there. Right there. Exactly the same as it was Eddie's. The same thing.
Why did Eddie talk to you? Have you met Eddie before?
He knew I was coming.
Why did Eddie see you?
He wanted to find out if I was MJ-12.
But MJ-12 is only 12 people of the government. How can you be part of MJ-12?
I told him it doesn't exist. He said, oh yes it does. Maybe not in that form. It does exist.
Then that means
I told him it doesn't.
MJ-12 must be then an organization, not just 12 people.
That's right.
That means MJ...
We call them the government. They're not really the government, but we call them the government. It's not the government as we know the government to be.
The government is an elected body.
It's not an elected body.
Who are they then?
They form themselves. They are the government.
Have you done
they
something?
govern the government. They got great power too. Great power.
Economic power?
All the power belongs to belief. They don't exist. Project 12 doesn't exist.
Are they telling you that it doesn't exist?
I'm just thirsty.
You want the beer?
Oh, please, let me have a drink.
There's the beer. You get a can of Coca-Cola.
What am I doing?
Orange juice? Fanta?
No, I'm going to have this. It's cold.
Your blood sugar's down. You don't want it on.
Oh, can you? Oh,
No.
please.
You don't want that.
I do.
I'll get you orange juice.
I don't want it.
That'll make you cold.
It is cold.
How long have you been outside?
Outside what?
Outside the hotel.
I wasn't.
Were you taken anywhere last night?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
You stayed the whole night in the hotel room?
I think I did.
Why did you go to the hotel room? Why did you leave the table last night?
I was talking to
By who?
Richard.
Richard who?
I've got his name on a piece of paper.
What happened to your two friends?
They left. They come from the receiving today.
You want to call them now? I think you should tell them.
They would be dangerous.
Why could they be dangerous? Were they not part of the people who brought you to the hotel room?
No. They left. But they left beforehand.
When did you meet Eddie?
Oh. Afterwards, about 30 minutes or more afterwards.
After you left the hotel room?
No, after they left.
Who left?
Brad and Brad's cousin. They went on.
Where did you go after the
I
hotel
don't
room?
know. I've gone. It's gone. My
What?
data bank's gone. And my phone number's in it. It's not here anymore.
Could be in the hotel room. Do you want to check the hotel room?
It has gone.
Could have fallen out of your pocket.
No, it's gone. Definitely gone now.
You want to phone the
gone.
hotel?
We're in the hotel.
You want to
1402 is the room.
Do you want to go there now and check that it's there? If you have the key, the hotel key. Do you want me to phone them now?
Yes. Ask them if they've seen it.
One 402?
Yes. I've got the key. You have to dial 7.
I did.
1402.
I got a message, I had a message here. It's a 4-digit number I dialed it direct. Just and pick up this message from him. Great, thank you. Thank you.
Pardon?
Okay, I've just picked up your message. Hello? Yes? Oh. Yeah. 3791. 373. 066.
It's me.
Okay. Great, thank you. Goodbye. Who's David?
David. He's up. David. David, you know David.
Yeah, I have to call him. That was the message. You must have left that number as well.
No. I spoke to him.
9:30, David. I have to call David.
I could only remember his number. My data bank's gone, you know. Somebody's got that. They've got all my numbers, you know that.
Okay.
They've got all my phone numbers. Some of those are important.
1402.
That's the reminder then. I have to find that.
Could you have left it at the telephone?
No.
Do you know David's number?
3791782.
Nobody in that hotel room 9 is all gone. It's not answered.
That's my room. There was nobody in there before. They took me to that room and left me there. He took my photograph against the wall and took my with the palms of my hand open because they can tell electronically. I don't know what they can tell.
Why did they tell this to you? Do you think that you've been drugged?
Definitely not been drugged.
You think you've been hypnotized?
Wasn't that lucky?
You think you've been hypnotized?
I was hypnotized. Because
how do you know
I go into a sleep 1,000 times heavier than I was. The next time it would be a lot easier, he told me that.
Does that mean that they're going to come back and see you again?
I don't know. It'll be a lot easier though, because they told me that. She was a lovely girl.
Who
I
was the
mean,
lovely
not
girl?
lovely. I didn't see really her face, her voice was lovely.
Did she hypnotize you?
No. She went to my head. She was there. And she said she had the blue dress on. And they made her laugh. I told them they danced for me, but I got frightened when the lizard man came.
Who's the lizard man?
I don't know.
Why did you talk about lizard man?
That's when I didn't want to play anymore. I told them I didn't want to play anymore.
Last night?
No, before.
Who's the lizard man? I don't believe in the lizard man.
Neither do I.
And why?
Because he was there, that's the thing.
Well, why are you talking about the lizard man?
Because he came along and I didn't want to see him, so I left.
Why are you talking about the lizard man?
Because he was there and I didn't want to see him, so I left.
Where was the lizard man?
He was coming up the embankment.
Where's this?
Well, I don't know.
In England?
But they danced and they made me laugh.
Where did they dance?
They were just dancing.
Was this when you were retired?
I don't know.
Was this last night?
Well, it was, but it wasn't last night. It was, I mean last night I told them about
man last night?
Well, they knew about the lizard man.
How did they know about the lizard man?
I don't know. Maybe they know him.
What does the lizard man look like?
This is going to sound strange, but a lizard. But he goes like this.
Is the lizard man a nice man?
No, well, he might be.
Did he say anything?
I didn't want to find out, so I left. I just said, I told him I didn't want to play now, I'll play later.
Was this when you were a child?
It might have been.
You only played when you were a child.
Lots of green. I've got to read The Watchers. I must read it. And I told him I don't read very much. I mean, I'll start to read, but I don't read a lot. Got to read The Watchers. I must read it. I was given the book. Brad gave me that book.
Why must you read The Watchers?
In there they dance.
Where?
I don't. In The Watchers, the book, The Watchers. I was told they dance. Betty was there. Who's Betty? Beth. Beth was there last night. Beth. Beth. Beth was there. I don't know if I saw her. Nothing to do with the cat. Only Beth.
Where are you now?
Sitting here in your room.
What are you thinking of?
Nothing at all.
Who's Beth?
I don't know, it's a very nice name.
When did you
She
leave
must have been in my room. I think we should go there.
Which room?
1402.
Why should we go to room 1402?
I stayed the night there. I got the key. Beth was there. She's been in there. I know she has. I don't know Beth. She knows me. She's nice.
Well, it's almost 11 o'clock. You feel okay now? Want to finish the beer?
No, I just thirsty. I was drinking it. Wow. Horrible stuff, isn't it?
Bloody awful stuff. American beer. Why the hell can they rule the world and have beer like that?
It's made of chemicals, this.
Yeah.
I can taste the chemicals in it. It's like the Theraflu.
What's that?
Theraflu. They left me Theraflu. I don't know. It was there.
Last night?
It helped me, yeah. It made me feel better.
What's Theraflu? Drug?
Oh, it's aspirin. So, okay.
Who's Dave?
You can call him.
Can I call him now? Do you want to talk to him?
You can call him. I've already talked to him. He's okay. He saw you yesterday. Got to go now. Let's go.
Where?
Room 1402, quick.
I do have to go to room 1402.
We've got to find my data bank. It's very important. There's phone numbers there.
There's somebody in room 1402? Somebody else there?
There's phone numbers there which mustn't be there. Other people mustn't have.
Why? The parents' number at home?
Who? What?
Your hair stubbler home?
I know their number. Where's my glasses from? I know their number. I don't need a book for that.
Okay, but I want to get back here to pack this stuff up.
Are you leaving today?
No, I want to get it packed so I know if I have to get anything sorted out on Saturday.
It's Sunday today. I asked David what day it was. He told me. Did you call him?
Who? David?
Call him now. He's all right. He won't say anything.
Got a problem with your neck?
Yeah.
Sleep bad with it last night?
No.
Hello, this is Miles. Is that David? Is David there? This is Miles.
Don't tell him I'm smoking.
Yeah. Apparently he's had a bit of a rough night. It's just like I'd like to know. Did he call you this morning?
I've lost my data bank.
Yeah. Well, he's lost his data bank, so he's going to go up to his room 1402.
I don't know how I got that room with it.
He was left in there last night by the people at the taxi last night. Eddie, the man who claims to be an alien. But I think he works for MJ12. Eddie?
I don't.
What's his bloody name? He claims to be in the Vietnam bloody war. He's not on the main program, no? Eddie? Oh, Eddie Page, yeah. Apparently, after contacting Ruth Montgomery and Leo Sprinkle, asking for advice, he was referred to Giles Hamilton, who hypnotically regressed him. Looks as if Giles Hamilton also hypnotically regressed Ray last night.
Ruth Montgomery.
Ruth Montgomery.
She's not alive now.
And Leo Sprinkle. Yeah. But Dr. Giles Hamilton, it looks as if Dr. Giles Hamilton has done a hypnotic regression on Ray last night, and he's still happening.
He forgot to give me the key.
Yeah, he's also been told he's going to do something, but he doesn't know what. Yeah, well, I've known Ray a good year or so.
There is a translation changing, you know. His hand, you must look.
Yeah.
It will happen.
He says it will happen, the transformation. Okay, well, we're going to go up to room 1402 and see if he's left his electronic diary there. He says, yeah, he's with me now. Do you want to talk to him? Yeah. Oh, hold on. He just wants to say a quick hello.
Who is that?
David.
The Oldfield computer analysis confirms another being of some form is inside Wardle, which is why he keeps holding the back of his neck during this interview.
It's only his phone number, but remember.
Pardon? Yeah, okay. He's had a hard time. I think he's still in there somewhere. I don't think they've taken him out of it. Okay. Cheers. Goodbye. Okay, let's go up to your room then.
Yeah. Gotta go.
So it's 11 o'clock.
Is it?
Yeah.
What time are you gonna be out of this room?
Well, I'm here until tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
The Oldfield lab in Wales also concurred independently that this was a very dangerous situation for me personally, and that it was a setup. Indeed, I had been set up for a trap involving various persons in the UK UFO scene. Soon after, events were to unfold requiring immediate evacuation of the hotel, as it was determined that there were 6 greys in the room and that staying there for one more night was simply not an option. When we left for Wardle's hotel room, where the interrogation took place, this noise returns. Could it be that this noise is a signature of what was determined at the time as grey energy, or a signature of the greys being present?
Those are 2 breakfast proceeds.
I didn't have any breakfast.
These are 2 breakfast
I
proceeds.
didn't have breakfast.
Two people have been here.
Look. There. They left those in case I couldn't sleep. No. But where's the... Where's my uniform? Yeah, they are. It's okay. No problem. They gave me that. So I can keep it.
What are all these for?
I don't know.
These are all shoe boxes.
Shoe boxes.
What were in the shoe boxes? Or some other thing?
Here we are. Theraflu. I told you I had Theraflu.
Why is this door being left open?
I didn't open it. I told you I had Theraflu. Look. See?
Cold and cold.
Yeah. It's always what's mine. See? And just made me sleep nice. But that's not here. I don't know if she even was. Look, all this writing. We want to go with you. We are.
The same seats in the meeting room. Where's the meeting room, David?
I don't know. Who's this?
Yeah, keep it. Okay, Ray, there's nothing there.
Look. That's not the same, but it's close. I noticed that when they brought me here. I said, they're dancing too.
The Oldfield lab determined that as these pictures were being taken, a small orb was present with us, which leapt through the window and flew off towards the mountains. These are the very same mountains where Wardle videotaped his famous Las Vegas UFOs, as shown earlier.
Okay, well, we'll go down and get some coffee.
Instinct drew me to the window to shoot scenes of Las Vegas, but what I did not know at the time was I'd caught something way out in the distance which was focusing some kind of energy beam on the hotel. As I began taping, the item in the distance shot off towards the communications masts on the mountain ridge and way up into the sky above them. This was not noticed until the test analysis was done in the Oldfield labs in Wales. As the camera pans back towards the hotel roof with the satellite dishes, it's seen to move in the opposite direction up and away.
Checking for noise levels of the background audio to check that there is no background audio noise.
And finally, before we leave Ray Wardle and his incredible and horrific experiences, here we have material showing some kind of observation device revealing itself right up a mountain somewhere in the Nevada desert.
Quite a collection of cactus in there, right?
Look, there's something up there.
On the top here?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know what it is?
No, it's further up.
Oh, that white bit at the top.
observation device of some kind just peeks out of the rocks in the middle of nowhere, up a rock face in the middle of nowhere. Something is under that mountain, and Wardle found it, to his credit and his incredible perseverance.
Of course, they just sort of blend in. Dead. They're not. They're very much alive. Very pretty.
We salute Ray Wardle.
Very delicate.
The situation in Las Vegas had been a setup. The hotel room was set up, and in fact everything I think Wardle was doing at the time was potentially part of that setup. He went through a traumatic experience. It's been recorded on tape, and that tape was later viewed in Belfast by spy agents for British intelligence. I was then further interviewed by the BBC when I went back to London. So what does BBC Northern Ireland have an interest in my story? Particularly since I used to work for them, I was hired for the pirate radio station KISS FM 103.7. So we have a situation where that particular event in Las Vegas seemed to strike an awful lot of chords and was very, very important for many, many people. The day of that interview, things took a dramatic course of events. I had to leave the hotel room because a healer or psychic had realized that there was a very, very serious situation happening. She detected 6 greys in the hotel room, demanded that I leave the hotel room, and we evacuated the hotel and we stayed at another hotel where she met other people. One was from Brazil, who also realized a very serious situation was happening, and that particular girl had to go through healing and the removal of implants from her body, some kind of psychic implants. This is the first time I'd ever heard of anything like that. So all of that was a new, very steep learning curve. So that tape was then looked at and carefully examined by a new guy who came on the scene called Agent Delta. Agent Delta, or first name Dennis, we'll just call it, was a psychic, a remote viewer, who was effectively press ganged into joining the psychic division of British intelligence. In order to, he was entrapped into joining British intelligence because he was tracked down in a crowd of people, and these particular people asked him to remote view into a safe. He was successfully able to do that, so that person then was asked to remote view further into the safe and into the documents. These documents had been psychically protected from remote viewers, but he was able to get past that barrier and see the documents. Once that happened, they says, right, you've been exposed to secret information, you are now working for us. Later on, he was told to go to the west coast of Ireland near Sligo with his camera, and a whole display of UFOs was arranged for him. So the British intelligence people had contact with the aliens, so the aliens could again make themselves visible for this guy. He took loads of pictures, went back to his handlers in Belfast, showed them all the pictures. They then said, thank you very much, now you know the aliens are real and we have contact with them. They then took all the pictures off him. It was then that he was put on my case, asked to view and get copies of that video of Ray Wardle, which I gave him, no problem. And that was the start of the relationship in 1993 with the remote viewers and British intelligence who have direct contact with ETs. For instance, if there were UFO reports of people abducted, doctors and people at the university, Queen's University in Belfast, and in hospitals in Northern Ireland. Those people would be taken care of under special needs without them realising they have been detected, and the government knows that they've been abducted. So finally, what happened with Agent Delta was that one fine day, special branch, or these people turned up, these civilian services people turned up, brought him out for a day trip on a plane. He's taken on a plane, a private jet from Aldergrove Airport in Northern Ireland, Aldergrove International Airport, flown for 3 hours somewhere. Now, don't know whether the plane flew around in circles or not, but 3 hours later, he lands at a major civil airport with other jets and civil airliners taking off. The plane taxis off to a small little building on the airport. He's then escorted by these two guys into this building. There's no other visible form of security. He sits down, and this non-human creature or being walks in, followed by a bunch of men in white coats, scientists or scientific laboratory type white coats. The alien, or the being, then starts interrogating Agent Delta by going into his mind and going right through his whole mind to see what he's seen and what he's experienced. It took about 2 to 3 minutes for Agent Delta to suddenly realise, get the fuck out of my head. That's important because it's a direct, strong response of free will rejecting the intrusion into the person's head, into your head. The ET, or the being, recoils back in shock. The interview is over. Agent Delta is escorted out of the building, back into the plane. 3-hour flight time back to Belfast. That's 6 hours in a jet for approximately a 3 to 4 minute interview with a non-human. The important thing is that British intelligence are dealing with these non-humans. The non-humans are in charge, and they need psychics and remote viewers, and they are conscripted into the service. And we know from other countries that's what they're looking for. They're looking for people who've got psychic ability so they can use them and conscript them effectively into working with whatever these non-humans are. They may not be extraterrestrials, we don't know if there's evidence that they are extraterrestrial. So that is the story of the Ray Wardle incident, my involvement being set up in a hotel in Las Vegas. Again, I didn't know that the hotel was bugged from the day one. When we first turn on the camera, there's that crackling noise, only audible on the electronic recording on the camera. It's not audible acoustically but by the human ear. So there it is.